Yes, now it is recorded.
Okay, guys. So we are starting. So today, what we are going to do is we are going to launch and see how a Linux instance is launched. Okay, it's more or less same as how we launch a Windows instance with a little difference. Okay. So first, I'll go and launch instances.
Yeah, minimize the screen like whole screen.
Which screen?
It is in minimize size, right? You like open it in free one. Yeah, okay, okay, perfect.
Okay. So click on launch instance. Then we are going to choose a Linux instance today, right?
Yes.
So if I'm free, this is my Amazon Linux. Okay, going to choose this. Select. Okay. See, we have instance type. So from here, we can choose what kind of instance we need. Okay. So right now we have only T2 micro option,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So just choose this. Okay. How many instance you want to launch?
One
Only, right? And what is the network? It is
default.
one right now, the default network, right?
Yes.
Sub, if you want to create it on 2C or 2A, we can choose. Okay. Yesterday we went with no preference option.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Today let's see create it on 2A. Okay. Auto scaling. This auto assigned public IP is required for accessing the instance over a internet. Okay. See, you have a different network, right? You have a different Wi-Fi network, right?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
accessing the instance from your Wi-Fi network, this public IP needs to be enabled. Okay, it is enabled, right? You can see here. Otherwise, you will not be able to access the instance. Okay, and this shutdown behavior I was talking about. Shutdown behavior, it has two behaviors. One is stop, one is terminate. Okay, so for the other instance, we have stopped. So let's choose a terminate this time. Okay, this time I have chosen shutdown behavior as terminate. Add storage.
What is the difference between stop and terminate there?
We'll find out. We'll see this.
Okay.
Just after this, we'll see it.
Yes.
So now is add storage. One root volume. Like we have C drive in Windows, we have a root volume in Linux. Okay, which will have all the boot files and all the configuration details. Okay, if you want to add a new drive, add a new volume, you can add it from here. Okay, and number of drives you can add, and you can change the size from here. Okay, right now it has 8, so I'm making it as 10 GB and removing all this. Okay, it is a general purpose SSD and delete on termination. What it means that as soon as you terminate the instance, this volume will also be terminated. Okay, what is the meaning of terminate and stop?
Delete.
Yes,
Terminate means total like delete.
yes, stop means
Yeah.
once you will stop the instance, you have
Correct.
an option that you
Yeah.
can again restart it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and terminate it. Once you terminate it, the whole instance will be deleted. Whatever is inside, whatever data is inside that instance will be deleted. Okay, and you will not be able to recover it or get it again. So that is the difference. Got it, Monica?
Yes.
Okay, and this is encryption. Yesterday we discussed about encryption also, right?
Yes.
So not encrypted means there will not be any kind of encryption. Okay. If you want to choose encryption, then there is a default encryption available. You can choose it.
We have to select non-encrypted, right? Every time, like if we need security, more security.
No, if you need more security, then you need encryption.
Okay, okay, okay,
Not encrypted means it is not secured or not.
okay.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
In most of the cases, they will select like encryption, right? Encrypted.
yes,
Okay.
default it will be non-encrypted only. You
Mm-hmm.
have to go and choose encryption.
Okay.
Okay. So right now I'm choosing it non-encrypted. Okay. As soon as you choose non encryption, the charges will be applied.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for knowing that.
Yeah. Okay. So add tags. Next is
Attack.
this is my Windows box, right?
Linux.
So yeah, this is my Linux box. Okay. So my Linux instance.
Key is name
Okay.
and value is
Oh yes, sorry. Here I am giving the name as
my.
my Linux. Okay. Now next is configure security group. Okay. So yesterday we created a Windows box.
Yeah.
So default we
RH.
type RDP.
RDP.
Okay. Its port number is 3389.
Yeah.
But today we are accessing or we are launching a Linux machine. Okay. So for that the default port is SSH. Okay. And it has a port number of 22.
Yeah.
Okay. So just remember these two ports, RDP port number, SSH port number. Okay. We'll be using it more frequently. So if we'll remember it, then it would be nicer thing.
Okay.
Okay. Let's choose it anywhere.
But
Review.
every time when we select Linux, like it is going to give us the default port and default name, right? Like when we select Windows or when we select Linux.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
If it is default, okay, whether it is giving it or not. Okay.
Okay.
It will always give. But if by any chance it get deleted or ruled out, then you have to manually go and add that port number.
Okay. In future, when we work with the company, we have to like uh, we have to change like for different one, or else it will be like same default one.
The port number will be same.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, port number will be same, but the IP you are giving access to would be changing.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here you can do all your instance, how you're going to create it,
Yeah.
and finally when you're done, then you can go for launch instance. Acknowledge it, and okay, so let's keep the existing key pair as Windows only, or let's create a new only.
Yeah. We'll create it.
Okay, Linux. I'm going to download it and then move it launch instance. Okay, so it will take a little while. Okay, so you can see here linux.pem file, PEM file is created. Okay, this contains our username and password. Okay, what
Yes.
is the extension of this file? .pem file. Okay, so guys, yesterday we created Windows file. Okay, so this PEM file is compatible with a Windows host. Okay, but with this PEM file we cannot log in with on Linux host. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to change this PEM file into .ppk file. Okay, got this point?
Yes.
Yes.
Need to change this PEM file into the Linux compatible file, that is a PPK file. Okay, and we use RDP to connect to this Windows host, right?
Yes.
RDP, and for Linux we need a putty session. Okay, so two things is required. One is a putty and another is putty gen. Putty gen will convert your PEM file into PPK file. Okay, so this two software will install it. Okay, so
Um, can we just try one thing if you don't mind?
yeah,
When we go to that instance and click on the instance and connect it, it is actually connecting to the server.
yes.
Like without downloading the putty file and converting it, it is actually doing it by itself. It's converting to the server.
No, it will go on the console. We do need a console right now.
Oh, okay.
To putty. So here you can see that you go down. See, it is putty.exe. Okay, so I'm just going to download two files. One is this putty.exe. Okay, for accessing, and another is putty gen. This is my putty gen. Okay, so Monica, just remember this when you will be doing this practical. Okay, after the class, two files, putty and putty gen.
Okay.
This putty gen. Okay, here is the instance. Okay. Okay, so here you are saying it's
Yes.
rising only right now. Okay, so let it come online. It is in initializing state only. Okay, now 2 by 2 check is done. Okay, so first thing we will convert the file. Okay, so how we are going to convert? Open putty gen for that. Okay, load this file. Which file do we need to convert? Linux.pem file. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
choose all files here.
Now go to downloads. Downloads in the yeah. There it is showing putty.pam, linux.pam.
Yeah, yeah. So before that, choose all files. From PPK file, change it to all files. Okay,
Okay.
open it. It is successfully imported. Now save it as private key. Okay, okay, and save this file. Okay, it is converted into .ppk. You can see there. Okay,
Yeah.
just name it Linux instance. Okay, save it. So now my file is converted into .ppk file. Okay, so one thing is done. Now another is I will like to connect to it. So open putty session, copy its public IP, Copy the IP here. Okay. Go inside SSH. Open this SSH. Auth. Browse to the file linux instance.ppk. Okay. And open it. Okay. Your session is open now. So EC2 minus user. This would be the default username. Okay, for all the Linux boxes. Okay, guys, this is the default username. Every time you will log in, you have to write this particular username, EC2 minus user. Got it?
Yes.
Except when you are creating an Ubuntu machine. Okay, for Ubuntu machine, the default username would be Ubuntu. Okay, other than that, it's EC2 minus user. Okay. So this is how you launch a Linux instance and log into the Linux instance. Okay. See, launching is same only. You choose an Linux AMI, choose a key pair, and then launch the instance. After that, it will create a PAM file. So we have to convert PAM file into PPK file using putty-gen and log in through putty. Okay, that's the only difference. You will do it couple of times. It will be clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So I'm just exiting from this. Okay. So this is how we launch a Windows machine and a Linux machine. Okay. We're clear with this?
Yes.
Shall we move forward with next lab?
Yes.
Yes.
So I am terminating or stopping Linux instance.
Yeah. Okay.
And starting Windows instance. Okay. Just for today's practical, we need a Windows instance. Okay, guys. So listen, what is our lab today? What we want to achieve. Okay. We will be throwing light on the topic called as EBS. Okay, or the volumes, Elastic Block Store or volumes. What is a volume?
Storage.
Yes. So the drive, we call it in IT, is volume. Okay. So what is my requirement? Just try to understand it. That I have a requirement that I need an additional volume to be attached. Okay. Here you can see that I have one C drive, right? I have got a request from the team that there is a space crunch and they need one more additional volume, say C drive, to be attached on my instance. Okay. One option is we get that at the time of launching, right?
Yeah.
But now today we are doing it when the instance is running for many days. Okay, it has run for like months and years, and now they are getting some space crunch. So you received a request that they need an additional drive or additional volume to be attached. Okay, understand the requirement? This is the real-time requirement only. In companies, you will get such requirement. Okay, understand what we're trying to achieve?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's start with the practical. So volume is nothing but your storage. Okay. Let's get, and we want to attach this inside a Windows client. Okay, so first thing is let's create a volume, right? So go inside volumes. See, right now we have two volumes. One is for our Windows host and one root volume for our Linux host, right?
Yes.
See, you can see there. You can identify this using the attachment information. See, this ID is for Windows host and this AMI ID is for Linux host. Okay, you can identify which volume is attached to which this ID and you can identify with that. Okay, so now first thing is I'm going to create a volume and I have a requirement that I need a 50 GB volume. Okay, this is my requirement. So you will change the size to 50 GB. Okay, now one more thing. See, you have to choose an availability zone. Okay, so before choosing this, you have to identify on which availability zone is your instance. Okay, see what is an availability zone? Availability zone is a physical location where your actual hardware is kept, right? So I want to attach this volume to my Windows host. That is the requirement, right? So I have to make sure on which availability zone is my Windows host. Okay, suppose my Windows host is in, let's say it is in Ontario region, okay, or Ontario availability zone. So I cannot create volume in like Toronto, right?
Yes.
I have to make sure I have to create volume also in the Ontario region only. It's making sense
Yes. Yes. Everything was.
because it has to be in the same hardware, right?
Yes.
It has to be in the same location, right? Monica, you are clear with this? Why we are creating it? Why we want to make sure that it should be on the same availability zone? Monica, are you with us?
Yes, I do understand. I just placed it on mute, unmuted.
Okay. So just make sure that, see, now it is 2C availability zone. So I have to create my volume also in 2C availability zone. Okay. So go inside volumes, create volume, and my requirement is to add a 50 GB volume. Okay. 50, select 50. This zone is my 2C, right? 2C. Okay. Now you have the option whether you want this new volume to be an encrypted volume or volume. Okay, so as soon as I check this encryption, it will become an encrypted volume. Okay, you can choose a master key from here. Okay, this is the default master key. Okay, and if I'll uncheck this, it means that it is not encrypted. Okay, so let's make it not encrypted right now and create volume. Okay, so my volume is created with this volume ID. This is a volume ID. Okay, so this is my new volume which is created. Okay, you can identify with volume ID. Okay, and size is 50 GB, right? Now one thing is you can see that these two volumes are in use state and this volume is in available state. Okay, right? Why it is, see, why it is showing available, this you can see in attachment information. Okay, see, these two volumes are attached to any instance. Okay, but the volume that we just created is not attached to any of the instance. Okay, we can attach this volume to our Windows instance also and to our Linux instance also. Okay, not both at the same time, but one by one we can attach. Okay, so what is our requirement? We want to attach it to our Windows host right now, right? So first thing we have to do is we have to select this volume and attach. Okay, see there is an option to attach volume. Okay, now select the instance. It is a Windows instance because we are in 2C region. Okay, so there is only one instance. Select it and attach. So as soon as you select it as attached, the available state will turn into in use state. Okay, see now it is all the three volume are in use state, and the attachment information might also be updated. See here. See, from here we can identify that two volumes are attached to Windows host and one is attached to Linux host. Okay. Okay, guys.
Yes.
So from AWS, our work is done, that we have created a volume, first thing, and second is we have attached the volume to the
Windows.
host. Okay. So from AWS side, we are done. Now let's go and connect to our instance and see if the volume is visible or not. Okay. So connect here. See, Windows is making use of the PEM file, not the PPK file. Okay, but for Linux we need PPK file. Okay, so decrypt this. Here you will get the password. Okay, okay.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Um, uh, for Linux, we have created a different key pair, right? Without creating a different key pair, if we have like used already the existing one, so we can convert the existing key pair of PEM file to PPK file, right? So if we have created, do we have a copy of PEM file, or we have only PPK file?
We will have a PEM file also. See, right
Okay.
now also we have a copy of PEM file. Linux file also we have, and Linux PPK file also we have.
Okay.
Okay, this is a PEM file. I think you already have it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have both. It's not that one thing will be deleted.
So if like we can use both of them, right?
Yes. See, if we would have not created any file, another file, but we would have stuck with PEM file only, Windows PEM file. Then for logging Windows, use a Windows PEM file.
Okay.
For logging Linux, use the file that you have
PPK.
connected from Windows PEM file.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, how much time is left?
20 minutes.
No. In the meeting, you will see some time running.
Oh,
Remaining
So,
time, meeting time 5:47.
okay. So if this meeting got like end, na, just join the same link again.
Okay.
Okay. Since this, I'm using this as a free tier. Okay. I'm not paying for this meeting. we get only 40 minutes max.
Okay.
Okay, if we have more than two participants. Okay, so every time it happens, just join the same link again. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's see if, okay, so in AWS side, we have created a volume and attach it to this instance. Okay, now let's see if our volume is available here. Okay, is it available?
No, that
No.
yeah.
It's not available, right?
No.
Okay, so we need a D drive here, but it's not available. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to go inside disk manager. Okay, search for disk manager, disk mgmt msc. Okay, open this disk management, and here you will see an 50 GB unallocated file. So you can see here, and which is in offline state. So first thing is you have to make it online. Okay, and it is in non-initialized state. So then you have to initialize disk. Okay, and now you have to create a drive. Okay, create a new simple volume. Okay, this wizard will open. Just click on next. Okay, here you will assign a drive drive name. Like if you want to create it as D drive, then D drive. Otherwise, you have these options. Okay, next. See, a new volume is created. Healthy. It is a partition that we created. Okay, now let's go and see if we can see the. Okay, now we can see the volume, and it is 50 GB volume. That is what we wanted.
Yes.
So our lab completed, means we the 50 GB requirement is completed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so will you guys be able to do this by your own?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's, if we are here only, let's do a couple of more small practicals. Okay, where is our, okay, so now let's change the requirement. Okay, in this lab, what we have done, we have created a new volume and attach it to the instance, right? Now our requirement is that you just need to extend the existing volume. Okay, we already have a volume. We have to extend the size of that volume. Right now we created a new volume of 50 GB, right? Now what is our requirement? That we need to change the size of volume from 50 GB to say 60 GB or 100 GB or 70 GB, whatever it is. Okay, now this is our new requirement. Got this? Clear with what we are trying to achieve?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so our meeting is going to end. Let's join it again on the same link.
Okay.
Okay, then we'll continue from there.
Yeah.